I am now honored to invite Professor I.M. Kapahy, who needs no introduction, an illustrious academician, to address us.
Very respected dais. You see, I retired about 11 years back. So whenever a person who's retired and who had been a teacher activist is given a mic, then it becomes extremely difficult to resist the temptation of speaking less than 50 minutes. But I will not test your patience for a long time. You see, I thought that if I'm asked to speak, I'll jot down some points. But after what Madam Fernandez has said, the last point I'll say the first. The last point was, I wanted to say, देखिए अभी हम सभी बोलते कि इस यूनिवर्सिटी ने हमको बहुत कुछ दिया. It has given me a job. It has given us a job. It has given us education. It has given us means to sustain our families, to send our kids to the best universities, to go abroad. You know, all kinds of comforts. Build a house. तो यूनिवर्सिटी ने हमें एजुकेशन दी, हमें कुछ दिया, तो यूनिवर्सिटी हमसे पूछती है कि भाई मैंने आपको इतना दिया, तुझे मैंने इतना दिया, तूने मुझे क्या दिया वापस में? तो मुझे लगता है कि जो मैडम फर्नांडिस ने किया कि मैं व्हाट आई कैन गिव इन रिटर्न, आई थिंक दैट इज द मोटिवेशन. एंड इट इज इन दिस मोटिवेशन आई वुड से दैट दिस August gathering would serve a purpose if we resolve that all of us are quite comfortable, all of us here are getting good not salaries, good pensions. And those pensions, those pensions had always been larger than the carry home salary that we ever got. You must see that. So therefore, I mean, if we make some contribution, and we decide today that all of us will make some contribution, but I don't want to say how much I will make, but I'll say that certainly that we would like to make contribution, and I think in about the next 3 to 4 months, in in cooperation with the CEO Sahab, that we can give, we can give ourselves a target about the former faculty, that if we can, sort of build up a corpus of about 5 crores or 6 crores, which is very easy to this thing. So this is the last point that I wanted to make. It does not mean that I will not make the other points. You see, I have been a teacher activist. And I've been a teacher activist all through my life. Even if I was a member of the UGC, I acted more like a teacher activist than a very rarefied atmosphere person who's in the UGC. So for a teacher activist, to praise an authority, Vice Chancellor, is always fraught with danger. But I am willing to take that calculated danger and praise the present team of the Vice Chancellor. And I think I'll not go into all the details of the achievements. All I would request you, I take this opportunity of giving a standing ovation to the Vice Chancellor and his team. I think if we just get up for about 30 seconds. Thank you. You see, I've been associated, in the 100 years journey, I've been associated with this university for 60 years, from 63, 64 onwards. Now you see, what is the kind of a university that we have? You have given all the kinds of, the achievements. But these achievements, even earlier, this university had a prestige. And I'll illustrate this with a simple example. In 1964, when I joined, Dr. C.D. Deshmukh was the Vice Chancellor here. Now, look at the career trajectory of Dr. C.D. Deshmukh. He was the first Indian governor of the Reserve Bank of India. Then he was the first finance minister of Independence India. 56 he remained. And then after 56, he went to as the UGC chairman. And in 63, I think, he became the Vice Chancellor of Delhi University. Now you see, normally today, Finance Minister, UGC President and the Vice Chancellor would be considered a demotion. It is a reverse trajectory. But this was not a reverse trajectory. I mean, the position of the Vice Chancellor was so respected that C.D. Deshmukh chose, chose this after the Vice Chancellor. Similarly, even in 48, when India got in 47, 48, Sir Maurice Goyer. Maurice Goyer was equivalent to what is called the Chief Justice of Federal Court of India. Since we had lots of riyasats, so therefore the Federal Court did not have much meaning, therefore he became the Vice Chancellor as an additional job. And he did a wonderful person. So that's why I'm saying that today, all these achievements are there, but the prestige of Delhi University had always been very, very high. And you're occupying that chair today. And it's a great achievement. So, as a teacher activist, I would say, what is the greatest contribution that this university has made during the centenary year? Or during the last 2 years? And I'm very glad to say, very happy to admit also and to announce that the process which was started by P.C. Joshi Sahib has been very ably carried forward by you. You see, I'm just taking 2-3 minutes more, sir. If you ask me what is the greatest contribution in this centenary year, all these contributions are there, all these events and other such things. I will not, because we have already, so it will take a lot of time. What I would say is that one of the greatest achievements of this centenary year during your leadership, during the leadership of your team also, and I would redefine the team, you have redefined the team also. So that has been to increase the happiness quotient of the university. This happiness quotient of the university that has increased has contributed. I remember that, you see, for 10 years, not a single person was promoted in this university system. There are people who were eligible for professorship. For 10 years, they were not given that. It was equivalent to being rejected 10 times. 10 times. And so many promotions. Dr. Kakkar is sitting here. Oberoi is also sitting. You see, for 10 years, not a single person, mark my words, because I speak as a teacher, not a single person in 10 years was promoted to the grade PB4 as a consequence of 6th pay commission. Those who were eligible because of the 5th, they got it. But not a single person. Can you imagine a university system where not a single person is getting a promotion to PB4 according to the then existing scheme? And now, it has changed all that. It has changed. That is why people are happy. If people are, in the sense that the promotion is due promotions. As a matter of fact, not only due promotions, some undue promotions have also been done. I'm not going into the undue part in the sense that maybe it's an exaggeration, but you see, you said 5,000 promotions. Now, 5,000 promotions would be 5,000 people have been promoted. But if you consider the promotion heads, because you see, somebody goes from grade 1 to grade 2 to PB4 to what you call, this way, it will amount to more than 7,000 to 8,000. There have been cases, P.C. Joshi ji would remember, that a person who in the morning was an assistant professor, in the evening he became a professor. Somebody emerged, in the morning he was this. So this is the kind of thing. This is the kind of thing, promotions, appointments. 10 years, there was no UGC. It's a matter of regret that there was absolutely no ban on appointments. But yet, because of repeated experimentation, that is first year common, then semester, then FIUP, then removal of FIUP, etc. No promotion was done because it's temporary. Right. And that is why there is no university. I have been to so many universities in UGC during my 5 to 6 years, that there is no university which has such a overload of 5 to 6. And all of them are now, this process has started. Only one request I would like to make. That, you see, I said the happiness quotient is increasing. But nevertheless, a person who's put in about 10 years, 12 years of service, And if that person is not taken and is replaced by a greenhorn, somebody who's recently joined, then it really adds to the pain of this. So therefore, if some kind of institutionalized mechanism can be raised, where those people who have got, good experience, then they are not ousted from the job. And that's why I'm saying, since you are in this process, that is why I'm very happy that you gave me a chance. As I said, that I have a lot more to say, but I know that I'm testing your patience, so thank you very much for giving me this. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for addressing us, sir. It's always a pleasure listening to you.